Imagine stepping onto a plane in the 1970s and seeing two aisles, hundreds of seats, a spiral staircase, and a massive aircraft nicknamed the Queen of the Skies. Before the Boeing 747, commercial flying was a luxury. After it, the skies opened to the masses. But did you know the 747 was almost never built? Or that it was originally designed as a cargo plane, not a passenger jet? Today, we're diving into the untold story of the Boeing 747, a jet that revolutionized aviation, defied skeptics, and changed global travel forever. In the early 1960s, air travel was booming. But Juan Trippe, head of Pan Am, wanted to do something radical, make flying affordable for the average person. He approached Boeing with an ambitious request, a plane that could carry twice as many passengers as the Boeing 707. Enter Joe Sutter, the lead engineer who took on what was called the largest gamble in commercial aviation history. The timeline? Just 29 months. The cost? Over $1 billion. In 1960s dollars, Sutter's team had to design an aircraft unlike anything seen before. Wide-bodied, double-aisle, 4 engines, and strong enough to carry hundreds across oceans. The design included a raised cockpit above the main deck, originally to facilitate nose loading for cargo, because Boeing wasn't even sure the 747 would succeed as a passenger plane. The pressure was intense. Boeing had just launched the 737 and 727. If the 747 failed, the entire company might collapse. Construction of the prototype took place in the newly built Everett plant, the largest building by volume ever constructed. As the first 747 took shape, the aviation world watched in awe. But behind the scenes, chaos. Engines from Pratt & Whitney weren't ready. The aircraft was overweight. Test pilots worried about stability. At one point, the program faced a full shutdown. Finally, on February 9, 1969, the first 747 took flight. It was a marvel, smooth, majestic, and surprisingly quiet for its size. Pan Am debuted it in 1970 on the New York to London route. The world had never seen anything like it. Suddenly, the world felt smaller. The 747 could carry over 400 people, drastically reducing the cost per seat. This wasn't just about size, it was about access. Students could study abroad. Families could reunite. Tourism exploded. Airports around the world scrambled to adapt, building longer runways and massive terminals. The jet ushered in the golden age of air travel. Inside, the upper deck was often used as a lounge or cocktail bar. Some airlines installed pianos. Flying became not just travel, but an experience. But the 747 wasn't done yet. As a freighter, it became the backbone of global logistics. The 747-400F and later variants could carry everything from horses to helicopters. It became Air Force One, symbolizing American power and diplomacy. It carried popes and presidents. NASA modified two 747s to carry the space shuttle. One of the most awe-inspiring sights in aerospace history was a shuttle riding piggyback on a 747. It even fought fires with Evergreen's supertanker version, dropping thousands of gallons of retardant in wildfire zones. By the 2000s, the age of 4-engine jets was waning. Newer aircraft like the Boeing 727, Airbus A350 and Dreamliner offered better fuel efficiency and direct point-to-point service. COVID-19 was the final blow for many 747s in commercial service. Airlines like British Airways and Qantas retired their fleets early. Boeing delivered the final 747 in January 2023, a freighter for Atlas Air. It marked the end of an era. More than 1,500 747s were built. It reshaped aviation, economies, and global culture. It was the plane that made long-haul travel ordinary, that ferried generations around the world, that turned dreams of flying into reality. And though it no longer rolls off assembly lines, the 747 lives on in our memories, museums, and in the skies, where some still fly, proud and unstoppable. What's your memory of the Boeing 747? Drop it in the comments. The Queen of the Skies may have retired, but her legend will never land.